Welcome, everyone. It's Vapor to Dracomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. In this episode, we are going to be continuing on the Broadmaw Fusion. Yes, the Broadmaw Fusion. So we're gonna start with leveling. First, we have to look for the elements that comprise this fusion, because I know I've leveled several of them up to their levels that we need them to. So first things first, they're in my most of these are in my vault, aren't they? Well, we're gonna have to make space because I'm not holding back on this fusion. And I want Delta to know this. Because I don't want him to think of me as a weak leader for not fusing Broadmaw when I had the components. So I'm going to do this for the good of the clan. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to despoil my clan anymore. Yes. Unfortunately, I am going to have to kill a lot of ones and not level them, but it's for the greater good. It really is, because there is a very specific thing I'm trying to do where the ones are not, I mean, they're not useful anyway. Like, let's be honest. Like, maybe they're useful as, like, completely worthless safe food, but other than that, they really don't do much, except for Sister Militant and Deathhound. Deathhound and Sister Militant are the only ones that I could recommend building out and not look like a total moron doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I may actually end up one day building out a Deathhound. Not today, but I can build one out anytime because I get like hundreds of them. Literally. The agony of building out a Deathhound has to be building out a common, honestly. Building out a common feels like rubbish because most of them are rubbish, and it's very hard to adjust your mind to the fact that one of them may not be rubbish. Okay, so now that we've cleared that space, we can now start to free the children from the vaults. The vault children. Give them help. They need our help. The vault born. The vault born. All right, so we're going to start with ascending Bloodhorn. Perfect. Do it again. And again. Yeah. He's part of the fusion. What else is part of the fusion that I have to ascend? Because I know I have to do more. Oh, yes. Huntress. Yes. 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 All right. Perfect. Now you. Ascend you. I like how the lizard men always have that same expression whenever they get promoted. It's the funniest shit. Oh, yes. And ascend you again. Yeah, yeah. Lizard men. Lizard men are such a meme. And he has the same one as Gallic does. It's hilarious. Oh, it's so hilarious. Okay, I am going to refrain from sacrificing people I know are part of a fusion. Sometimes it's difficult because it's a lot of little guys. Weenie little guys that are part of it. It's the funniest thing ever. It's the funniest thing. Okay, where are we? 6-6. Alright, yes. We have to help the Vaultborn. Oh, I was supposed to upgrade more people from the vault. Did we take him out of the vault? Please? No, we did not. We may also upgrade him because I think he's part of the fusion. I have to check the fusions tab because it's like a bunch of junk. It is! I called it! I called it! Oh, it's even that other... Oh! I nearly fed the sucker again! It's a meme! Oh. Oh, I nearly fed the other sucker too! It's a whole bunch of suckers! I nearly keep feeding all of them! It's hilarious! This is hilarious! I nearly keep feeding all of the fusion guys. I'm like, oh, no. No, don't feed it. Oh, this is a meme. This is becoming a meme. Literally becoming a meme, guys. Literally a meme. Oh my god. Yes, the last episode, we got Coldheart to 60 and we were starting the Grand Broadmaw Fusion. In this episode, we're continuing the Broadmaw Fusion where I keep having to remember that these are not food. Don't feed them. Don't feed. Don't feed. Don't feed the fusion champs. Memento, don't feed them. Because that's my biggest problem with this fusion. It's like, no. Don't feed it. It's not food. It's not food. It's not. Kill the Queen Eva. Snipe the Eva. Snipe the Eva. Snipe the Eva. Because when you have a champion pool this cluttered, you will mistake all sorts of champions that are tiny, rares, and uncommons for food. You will. I guarantee it. When you get to this point in the game, you will start to mistake things for food. Things will start to blend if they're rares or uncommons, unless it's like exceptional like Armiger. Armiger is a big exception because of what he does. Armiger does things that legendary champions don't do. Oh. Well, most legendaries. There's a couple of exceptions. One of them's a Neithui, who it doesn't matter what they last hit you with, a Neithui will block revive. But you want to know how rare a Neithui is? I've never pulled him. In my whole existence, I've pulled a Madame Ceres, I've pulled Coldheart, I've pulled a whole bunch of things. I've even pulled his cousin, Mortu Macabre, or I've even fused his cousin. Mortu Macabre's not his cousin. Draxthar Blood Twin. Draxthar Blood Twin's his cousin. Yes, I have even done that. He's shooting the choppas. Chop them like it's hot. Get him like it's hot. And the Huntress, who is now the fusion material. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. He got one. Oh, this is a meme. This is a meme. Now I know why I've never done this before. This feels like a meme. This fusion feels like a meme. Oh my god. This fusion feels like such a meme. Like the biggest meme ever. This is hilarious. Such a meme. This has to be the most meme fusion I've probably ever done. And before I might actually pull this guy from a shard one of these days by accident. Although I'm hoping not to pull him. I'm hoping to pull a man-eater or something else. A Madame Ceres, a man-eater, any of that. That would be ideal. Not another Broadmaw once I fuse him. Because that'll be ironic in the most extreme way possible. That will be incredibly ironic. Incredibly ironic. I keep having to remind myself, don't feed it. We need it. We need the little creations. We need them. Oh, there's some else food like. There's another food like champ in here that I have to level. I swear to God, he's in here somewhere. There he is! This fusion's a meme! Oh, God. This fusion's a meme. Gotta keep fighting him out. Gotta keep leveling the in quotations, food that's not food. The food that's not food. I know that sounds really stupid, but yes, the food that is not food. Alright, we're gonna keep it up. Keep it up. Because yes, we are on our way to creating the first fusion components. Because then we have to fuse the next one. I have to look for a gore mask, and then I have to reserve a gore mask. Because guess what he's for? Rosin fusion. And another skull swarm. And I have to actually save his life this time. I actually have to give him a petition. Because he's going to be for the Rosin Scarhide fusion. Where I give food a second chance at life. Food a second chance. Second chance food. This is hilarious. Or I give certain a second chance. It's funny as hell. Funny as hell. Okay, we got to keep leveling them, though. Oh, I'm already out of energy. I didn't even realize that. Dang. Yeah, this fusion's expensive on energy, and I'm going to have to fight a bunch of the other things later as well. Let's open it, crack a 10 pull, but that's all I'm cracking for now. What are we going to get? Genuine food. Okay. not just pseudo food. Because that's what we were pulling before. Pseudo food. Food that looks like food. It's not food. Looks like food. Talks like food. Quacks like food. Is not food. Alright. So we're going to start with creating these. With the... Wait, no. I need the farmer. I need the Elhain to carry their ass. Because let me tell you, they are not going to make it through there alive by themselves. Because they're all going to die when I take them in there. They're going to get levels. They're going to be used for a champion I'm keeping. But they're all going to die. That's right. They're all going to die. It's just the fact of the matter. They are all going to die a horrible death. Although, to be honest with you, we all will. It's just they're doing so at a accelerated pace. A very accelerated pace. Because I can guarantee you they can't survive this. The second any of the other ones gets a turn, they're going to die. Because this is brutal difficulty, and they are just subjects of a much larger picture. They are subjects of a fusion of an epic lizard man that is void, who is actually incredibly useful. But you have to raise a bunch of little guys that you think are just pure food, and they're not. You have to ascend them and level them to a very specific degree, and then fuse all of them into one. And then you keep that one. That's how fusions go. That's how they go. But I don't think I've ever actually completed one like this before. Believe it or not, almost all of my previous fusions have been fragment fusions. And my only major completed fragment fusions are Bloodhorn, Huntress, but the biggest one of all, and one of my greatest ever achievements in gaming of all time, is guess who it is? Guess who it is? Drexstar Blood Twin. Yes. Drexstar Blood Twin. There we go. Get more shards. That's good. That's good. So I can continue this. And one day, the game might actually give me a penitent. Instead of keep telling me... Well, not a penitent. A raider. I already have a penitent. In before the game gives me a dupe penitent and makes me annoyed. You know, the dupes. The horde of the dupes. Because I swear to God, there's going to be more dupes. That's not going away. For all the hell I know, I could pull an arbiter and a dupe arbiter at the same time. It's incredibly unlikely, but it's in the realm of possibility. I won't rule it out. I really won't. I could even pull 2 man-eaters back-to-back, 2 Madame Cereses back-to-back. There's any number of things. 2 Mashalds. Yes, it's incredibly unlikely, but it could happen. It could happen. It's the way of the shards. It could happen. You guys think it's funny now, but it could happen. I think it's funny, but it's less funny when it's up close. You're like, I really want this champion. Dupe. Ah! And you're like, no! Not more dupes! No! I can pull 10 dupe cold hearts. Or something ridiculous. Or like with Ash, Harrier, Harrier. Harrier! I hate Harrier. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to max a Harrier. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Are you actually? And he did. I was like, oh. Let's see it. Let's see it. And then he was disgusted at the end of it. I was like, oh no. I feel so bad for you, dude. At least I would. But you have so many viewers and stuff that I don't feel as bad. Because I want, like, it almost feels worth it to Max Harrier to have those views. As disgusting as that sounds, and the fact that I've never pulled a Harrier in my life. Harrier, though, is not who I want. At all. I mean, maybe I'd pull Harrier for publicity, but that's all he's useful for. He's not very useful in general. What I really want is Madame Ceres, Maneater, or one of these other amazing Void Epics, or a Seer. Like, I don't care about gold. I'll end up getting gold, but getting gold is just greedy, honestly. There's a lot of epics I want over legendaries that the game is just like, no, you're not having that epic. Screw you. You're not having that epic. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. There is so many epics that these other guys get as whales that I do not get. Like, it's sad. Okay, so she's prepared. Again, we're still sticking to the fusion. So we've got the Dampier prepared. And who else? Okay, we gotta prepare him. Because we've got a number of them. Good old Penitent for that other fusion. These two for the current one. This guy's a bunch of dupes. This guy. And then this guy, because we're using the other one for faction wars. Yep. A lot of fusion prep, boys. A lot of fusion prep. People think these fusions are not preparation. No, there's a lot of preparation. And that's not all. I also have to try to rank 6 Ugo in addition to this fusion. Yep. Yes, sorry. In addition to this fusion. There we go. Let's keep it up. Let's pick up the pace. Oh boy. This is a meme. This fusion is a meme. So we're going to keep going. There we go. 3 of that. We're going to keep it up because I've got to continue to level all the subjects because there's a lot of subjects of this fusion. So these two will be the next ones, and then I have to level up. Like, I have to rank up those other two, get them to 3. Yeah. Because, yeah, we're going through the whole campaign in this run just to get the fusion materials going. Because I've got the materials. I just need to now level them and ascend them and then invest them to make the fusion work. It's that simple. And we got a shield guard. Shield guard's not that bad. I haven't built one out on this account, but I'm probably going to anyway. But before I do that, I'm actually going to build out a lot of other better, even more powerful champions. Things are, at risk of being vaulted, but aren't because of their value. Things like Apothecary, Ugo, Taragi, Royal Guard. The one that's in biggest danger of getting vaulted was actually Frozen Banshee is in there. Ogren Jailer. Like, a lot of these guys are in danger. Throckle the Gaunt. There's a lot of them are in danger. And some of them have been swimming around in the vault for a long time. Like, since the early days of this account, the Outlaw Monk has been swimming around because Kale took his place. Oh, that's a meme. I do have a meme team that I can make with Vizier and Outlaw Monk. But I'd have to raise them to 6-star. Which would be a little bit of a tragedy, but I could do it. As a meme. But I'm not going to do it for now because I've got better stuff to do in this game. Get them with that. We got to keep these guys leveling. Because obviously, I need them for a lot of different purposes. Hello, Mr. Dragon. What is up? How you doing today? I'm leveling fusion materials using you, and I'm also going to be doing the dragon tournament as well. Yes. Though I'm going to gain a lot of credit from this fusion alone. This isn't the only thing I'm doing. Let's keep it up. Going into the lizard zone. Yes. The lizard zone. Here, lizard, lizard, lizard. Here, lizard. Lizard. Oh, yes, the lizards. The lizards are back. Oh, yes, the lizards. They're weird in the mind. Okay, yeah, I need to level that. Because I'm trying to find all the food. The food that's weird in the mind. This fusion is extremely weird in the mind. Because it involves all free-to-play champs that aren't hard to find. So I don't have an excuse anymore to hold off. Because a lot of fusions, I have the excuse because I never find the champ. Not this one. This one, I don't have an excuse. Rosin Scarhide, I still have an excuse for both accounts because one of the champions that's in the fusion continues to evade me to this day. To this day, on both accounts. One of these days, I have to find either a penitent on the other account or a raider on this one, because they have to be both in the same time in the same account. I can't have them on two different places on two different accounts because it only counts the fusion on one account. So it has to strike. One of these champions has to show up in my mystery or ancient shards. One of them has to show up in order for this to happen. It's inevitable that it will happen, but when, I don't know. Hell, Rosin Scarhide might show up as just a pull. I may end up pulling Rosin before I finish the fusion. As amazing as that sounds. I may end up actually pulling rosin. And checking the gem mine. Max level, that's good. That means we are max track for gems, which is good because this account does a lot of work that eventually drains gems. One of them being a lot of farming food and farming for fusions. A lot of campaign. If I do 12 arena, I should automatically get but yeah, this is going to be the Broadmaw Fusion Day. Yes. The day of the Broadmaw Fusion. Now that I finally have the materials, I just need to start to fuse them. But it's going to take a little bit because I've got to level a whole bunch of them to 30. And there we have it. At least one of them to 20. And then we have to ascend him. I have a dupe just this year. I've got dupe Slither Brutes. I should probably develop a Slither Brute. Because he'd be useful against Magic Keep. No, we've leveled them. We just have to rank them up. Oh no, there is one we're missing. Can you guess who it is? Him. Yes, him. Satyr. Because I don't want to sacrifice my current Satyr because I'm using him for faction wars later when I decide to rank him up. Well, I'm using him anyway, even if I'm not ranking him up in faction wars. But he's going to be serving a better role on faction wars later on, which involves me yet again ranking up more food. Okay, we've got him as a fusion material. Because this account has a lot of progress that can be made on champs. A lot of progress. As you can see, there is actually a far larger army of 40s than you think there is on this account. And I mean larger. Like, look at the size of it. Look at the... And it's reduced. That's the bitter part about it. It's reduced. It was bigger than that before. That's right. You're not hallucinating. It was bigger before. Yep. Not joking. Literally not joking. So how many spaces? There's still plenty of spaces left too. And I could expand the vault, but I prefer not to right now. But it's better to reduce the clutter right now than to expand the vaults. Even though I can currently afford it. Believe it or not. Because it's better to... Alright, level him to 3. Never thought I'd be doing this, but we're actually ascending this guy. We're actually helping him for a reason. Finally. I have a reason to help this guy out. Finally have a reason to do it. Okay, other foodite champs. Where are you? Yes, you. You. Yes. For once, you're going to be actually part of a noble cause instead of just food. Oh, God. All right, we'll help Militia out. Help him again. And in addition, we're going to help him out and Commander. I don't want to dispose of my current Commander because I actually have plans for Commander. Yes. Yes, I have plans for you. Yes. Yes, believe it or not, Commander, I have plans. For you specifically. The sister militants. Send him. More dupes. Joy to the world. The dupes. The dupes have come. The dupes have come. The army of dupes. The army of dupes. The dupes have come. The dupes have come. The dupes. Oh, God. So many dupes. I swear to God. You don't know how many dupes I have. It's an epidemic. And the lower a champion is down the tree, the more likely I have dupes. Sometimes hundreds of dupes. I kid you not. I sometimes have hundreds of dupes of specific champions. But yet only certain of them are useful. Which, that's what I'm leveling today, are the useful ones. Because they are for the fusion. Since Delta is doing the fusion, I'm not going to hold back on him. I'm going to do the fusion. I'm a man of my word. But oh boy, is it a lot of fighting campaign? Because not only did I have to get the copies, which I get a lot of them anyway, I have to level all the copies. There we go. He's probably a fusion material, maybe. I don't know. I have to check. I have to try to sacrifice him and check. That's how you can tell, maybe. I don't know. Actually, it'd be better to just look it up instead of sacrifice. Some of these guys are not as food-like, are not as food as you might think they are. There's a lot of them, and they're hiding. They're hiding in plain sight. They are hiding in plain sight. I don't think I've ever leveled up this many 30s in my life and just left them as 30. I think this is a record for a specific purpose. I think this is a record. Although I remember the Mother Sabelli fusion. Does anyone remember that? Oh my God. I had to fuse 5 rank 5s. Like basically the equivalent of a 6-star worth of investment for one champion. I was like, oh my God. For a champion we weren't even sure was good. And I was like, oh my God. Why? Why are we investing all of this for one Mother Sibeli? It's like, what the hell? Okay. Who else needs to get into the 30s club? Because I know it's a lot. We've got this many, but we've got more. That are a few. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. There we go. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up, because I've got to get all of these guys to max level. Well, not max level. Get them to rank 3. And fully ascend them on level 30. Which is going to take a little bit. But just trust me. It's going to be worth it when we fuse this champ. Please. Again with that, with the Valley of Death. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting towards that goal. We're not putting food in here, and Cold Heart's already 60. We're going to be using her for advanced content now. Okay, so these are prepared, these 5. We still have to prepare him. We got a number. Him. And him. And of course, somewhere along the line, a satyr. I think. Yes. Actually, we're gonna do the satyr first. I want to get all the rank. I want to get all the rank 3s out of the way. And I know to use Drexthar here because Drexthar does better versus this affinity. It's just a fact. And I like Drexthar. And I worked very hard for him. If you thought I worked hard for Broadmaw, I just was ignorant of Broadmaw. I actually had to really work hard to get Drexthar. First Drexthar, really hard. Like, that fusion is like moving a maple cabinet. It's incredibly hard to do. Like a solid, large maple cabinet. It's almost that bad. It's really hard to get Drexthar. Before anyone thinks it's going to be like, oh, I can just get him. Well, not really. You have to work hard over a long period of time. How long are we talking? A minimum of 100 days, plus the effort required to forge the teams. A minimum of 100 days. Going up. It only goes up from there. And it's usually like it's a lot of effort. By the time you can actually farm Tag Arena effectively, you're already probably a decent way into the game already. So yeah, it's a long fusion. It's not easy. Like, the thing that's funny is this account and Garlethan are not actually that far apart in age. They aren't. Believe it or not, they aren't. They are only like a month or so apart, maybe a little more. Like, they're not far apart. This was the clan I made when I joined Bard Court, and my other account was like, what, level 30 or something, 40, I don't know. Like, it was young. This account I'm on right now, it was young. Like, I only really started this year, but during the year, I have put in a lot of work in order to do what I have done. Is this end? I don't. All right, we got him to level 2, rank 2. So we're gonna level these guys up. What were we ranking up again? Okay, we're ranking up him. It's just in time, too, because I'm going to be using a lot of energy doing this. Before you ask, it's a significant drain on resources to fuse champs. Significant. As these guys are going through the training montage where they get to the 30s. And then that's when they get to become powerhouses afterwards. Well, not really powerhouses. They get it to turn into something that becomes a powerhouse. Go get this. Get that going. There we go. Get the burning lash. Yeah, that's what you think is wise. Because it's not as wise as you think. Hitting the direct star is not as fun as you think it is. Of course, it's the back from the grave passive. Joy. Joy to the back from the grave passive. Oh, I have so many memories of the stage. The stage is such a menace, by the way. Because this stage... And it gets worse with Nightmare. That's the thing. This stage gets worse with Nightmare. Before you're like, oh, this stage doesn't get worse. No, it does. I am aware that it does, unfortunately. I'm actually aware of this because the thing is, I actually have not beaten Bad Alcazar, and I have to make a whole setup just to kill him. There we go. We're keep chucking because I've gotta get this guy. I've got to keep trying to give as much levels as I possibly can to all my fusion members. And then try to level them off screen afterwards. I might just use a bunch of elixirs, because this is getting to be extremely tedious. Because I have to, like, run them all through campaign, like standard food, but I have to remind myself that it's all going towards one cause. I hope this champ is good. Kinda. Because this is a lot. Well, at least it'll be good for faction wars, that's for sure. But then there's the problem is he's got to escape the 40s bin, so then I'm going to have to rank him up to 5 later. Because there's a thing about certain champs, is that they do tend to get stuck in the 40s bin, even after I make them. As you very well know this about me, and what happens to a lot of champs I get, is they all get stuck in the 40s bin. And Frozen Banshee nearly was one of those champions that got stuck in the 40s bin. There we go. Gotta keep smacking them out. Get them provoked, boys. We gotta get provocative with that. With the Drexstar. Drexstar and his provocative powers of doom. Let's do it. Let's do this. Fight the renegades. You and the Skull Crown. I've realized the game's never given me a Skull Crown. Ever. Which I also find obscenely annoying. Because I've always wanted a Skull Crown. And the game's like, no, you're not having a Skull Crown. You're just not. You're not having one. In fact, I want a Skull Crown more than almost any other champ in the game except for one. Actually, 2. Maneater and Arbiter. And then after that, I want a Madame Saris on this account. But yeah. So yeah, we're going to be continuing on the road. The road to redemption. Yes. Because I've got to level all these up. And I'll have to show them later. Like, it's a lot of effort to level all of these up to where they need to be. Believe it or not. I'm probably just going to have to dump potions on them all. Even then. I'm going to level these. All right. So, we're going to reach the end of this and call it an episode. How's that? Because it's going to be a while before I confuse this guy, because I still need to level everyone up. Keep it up. I know we had a lot of energy resources in the beginning, but it's not as easy to make a fusion just point blank as you think it is. Because those other fusions usually involve not only having the materials, but having them all made up once you have the materials. Which, as you could clearly see, takes some doing. So, 12.6 is the one we're going to grind for a bit, just to make sure that we've got as much as I want out of leveling them. Because we're gonna, I don't want this to take too long, because I've got other stuff to do. I'm actually busy, believe it or not. Even though this doesn't look like I'm busy, I did a lot of stuff today. Alright, we're going to continue to dump XP in these suckers. Because I want to at least get this guy to 30 before I start blowing potions. All right, we're nearing there now. We are nearing where I want to be. Because this is not the easiest thing on the planet, but I'm just going to do it. I just got to get through it. I've got to get through it, fight this boss, and fuse the champion. Hello, Mr. Mortu Macabre. We meet again for like the 100th time, and I nearly get block revived. Wonderful. And I nearly get block revived again. But we evade death. Alright. So, remember how I said we're going to accelerate this? I meant it. I'm not just playing here. I mean it. We are accelerating this process. So, how are we going to accelerate this process, you ask? Like this. I am actually going to level the remaining champions up with potions because I've had enough waiting around. Okay, there. There's more than that. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And then him. Boom. And then finally, it's the last one. Oh, yes. Satyr. Yep. And there we go. Now, if you think this is not going somewhere, think again. Because in the next episode, I still have to raise more champions for this fusion. And I will see you all then.